Hey y'all, how about a garden tour since I'm back home again and the garden's doing really good. That's my parsley over there that's going to seed, being pollinated. I'll probably collect some of the seeds from it. But yeah, the whole pot will come with me down south. There's some chives in there. The yarrow is down there, growing pretty nice. And some calendula over here. And then comfrey in the one pot, and then the comfrey growing out of the back of my compost bin. Look at that. All them flies are really loving my parsley blooms. Interesting. This is a sweet potato I tossed into my compost bin. I think that's hilarious that it's growing. More calendula among the okra. Beautiful okra bloom there. I did pick okra this morning. There are several itty bitty tiny ones there that will be ready to pick tomorrow sometime, or maybe tonight. I swear that one wasn't that big over there when I picked this morning. This stuff grows so quickly. Lovely little zinnias and green stalk planter. Gorgeous marigolds. Look at those. Snapdragons. These snapdragons are just gorgeous. More calendula. I grew so much calendula this year, and it's such a beautiful flower. And this is a mix, so there's all different kinds of it growing. Different shades of yellow. Some bachelor buttons. Let's sneak through here. You'll notice the corn is gone. I harvested all of it. All total between the two types, I believe I got somewhere in the vicinity of maybe a little over a dozen ears or so. Probably a little more than that. I think more 16, 18 ears. I didn't count them, and I've been eating on them. Some red swan beans growing over here in the green stalk, and some purple dove beans growing up there. The leeks are growing. I'll be pulling some of those pretty soon. I'm growing those for my sister, and she told me the other day that she's wanting to make a leek soup of some sort, so I'll be pulling some of those when she asks for them. More calendula over here by my lavender, and the lavender is getting some buds on it. I can't wait. There's a zinnia hiding in here among the burgundy okra. Oh, that's a Japanese beetle. Get out of there. You don't need in there. There is one pink okra. Let's see if I can show it to you. Back here. In among the 4 burgundy okras. There's a little calendula back there too. This front row is Clemson spineless. And the back row of okra back there is Silver Queen. And yeah, there'll be okra either tonight or in the morning to pick. It's really ramped up its production now. Another calendula there. Cute little bee in there. And then this is the I'm going like bowling red. And it's only produced 1 pod so far. But I see buds on it, so it's going to start blooming pretty soon. There is, get that off of there. There's an elderberry bloom, and then some more calendula. Strawberries are sending out runners. I did order 2 more green stalk leaf towers to take down south with me, so because that's going to be my fall garden this year. The green stalks that I have, so that will be 4 of these green stalks plus the 2 I just bought, so I'll have 6 green stalks to try to get a fall garden. Of course, this one will stay strawberries, and eventually probably 1 or 2 of the others will be strawberries. But lots of beans in here, not quite ready yet. These are the rattlesnake pole beans, but lots and lots of beans in here. You see them just everywhere. I picked maybe half a dozen of them so far that were ready. In fact, in the house, I've got a small little pot of some green beans and new potatoes that I'm fixing for a lunch type snack. Over there is that green stalk with the green bush beans, and then the Royals purple pods. Some more nasturtiums, some snapdragons, gorgeous snapdragons, and a calendula bloom over there. Down in there is the chamomile, and of course the New Guinea impatient. Let me turn around and go back the other way because I can't really scoot through there anymore. Scooch back out again. Loving these blooms on these rattlesnake pole beans. Loving the beans even more. And it is a jungle in there. Oh my gosh, trying to get in there to pick beans is just, well, I find it hilarious because, you know, I didn't plant that many beans, and so I'll know for next year when I put them on a trellis that they really do climb a lot. So let's get out of here and go back around the other way. Poor dahlia. There are still some green on it. I'm going to just go ahead and trim off a bunch of that and take that down south and hopefully see if I can't repot it, regrow it, see what happened to it down at the new homestead. Little bloom on that variegated nasturtium. There are some strawberries down the bottom of this one. This, that bottom layer will be added over to the strawberry tower, so it will become a 5-tier. More calendula. Chinese pink celery is growing really good. I did pick a couple off of it, and okay, so it's a very strong flavored celery, and it would be really good as a pesto, but not really for fresh eating like what I normally like. The strings in it are rather on the tough side. At least that was my experience with it. But as a pesto, I bet this would just be great. There's my Norfolk pine down there, putting on a little bit of new growth. And my fern, little native fern. Let me take you over there and show you the new growth onto it. It's growing so beautifully this year. Look at all those little bitty fronds coming up. And of course, a little piece of moss that I got in there. There's some snapdragons and nasturtiums in this one. There's a snapdragon growing out of that one there. And of course the chamomile. Lots and lots of little beans. Another calendula. Some more snapdragons. And there's some, well, now what are these? These are, cosmos. And then the cosmos up there, that's this hummingbird. That's absolutely love. I see them up here flying around them all the time, getting little sips of nectar. More little beans on the green beans there. Be ready to pick probably tomorrow. This is my mandevilla vine. I did get it repotted in this big pot. There is a one bloom, lots and lots of buds. I've never grown a mandevilla vine before. I believe it's kind of a vine. I've always seen them trellised, but I don't see any like tendrils on it, so I think it's something that's going to have to be tied to a trellis. If you've grown a mandevilla before, give me some tips, because I've never grown one at all. So this is a new experience, but it's such a gorgeous thing, and I've always wanted one. There's my lilac growing beautifully. And the zinnias in this little pot over here. New buds. Get the leaf out of the way. Show you some more down there. This sunflower head is fully matured just now, and I've seen goldfinches on them this morning. And that's one of the reasons I let them grow, is to let the goldfinches have them. This one here is Looks like it's about ready to. Yeah, see the little flowers come off, and there's the seeds under there. The iris bed, I'll be digging these and probably potting them up just like I did these two to take down south. Although there are some irises down there. I did see an entire section of irises in the backyard, so these will probably join those. Tomatoes. Lots and lots of tomatoes still. I have been picking. I have some in the house, finishing ripening off, and some that are super duper ripe. So as you can see, quite a few of them are turning. And this one here is so heavy, it's actually split the stem. So I'll have to pick the good ones off of that and hope that they make it. But yeah, lots and lots of tomatoes from my sister. Some more of the chocolate cherry sunflowers over here. More buds up there. And there's another marigold back there. Need to deadhead it, but it's producing beautifully. And the teddy bear sunflowers are getting ready to open. These okra don't seem to be doing as good. Not sure why. And these are the Okinawa pink, and they're finally getting up there where I hope to see some blooms on them soon. The pretty yellow flower down there that I can't remember the name of and couldn't produce it if I did see it. And then the basil, more basil. Cute little spider in there. Let's come over here to the squash. Beautiful delicata squash in here. There's a big one growing. They're getting the green stripes on them now. And there's another one there. And another one down in there. The nice sized ones. And I saw a little one up there. Italian white sunflowers. Blooming gorgeous. It amazes me that this one went ahead and bloomed and is producing buds, even though it broke off down here. This marigold might go ahead and put some blooms on. It looks like it's got some buds. It's really struggled. I don't know if something was either eating it, messing with it, or something. Potatoes are trying to recover from when the striped blister beetles devastated them. Might have been some caterpillar damage too. That one's doing well, as is that one. Gardenia is blooming beautifully. Need to deadhead it too. I had to move that sunflower over to lean against the fence because it was just too top heavy. Look at the lemon bee balm. And the the bees and butterflies really love that lemon bee balm. And the catnip down here. Little butterfly on there. There are lots and lots of zinnias growing over there. Of course, my herbs, these lovely little purple flowers. There's oregano with blooms on it. Rosemary that's still struggling over there. Thyme, sage. See some flowers in there on the squash. I don't see any more female ones. I just see some males, but yeah, the gardens. For the small space I have, my garden is producing so much. I had beans, okra, and tomatoes that I picked this morning. And of course, more beans are on the way, as is more tomatoes and okra. But everything's doing great. Lots of hummingbirds coming around. Lots of finches and cardinals and stuff. Love the birds that come around my feeders. Looking great over there. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. Like, share, comment on my videos. Help me grow my channel. And I'll talk to y'all later.